Welcome back. We're going to now explore the great Toccata in D minor by J.S. Bach. And this is a famous piece. You've probably heard it in film music and on the radio. It's a very dramatic piece, and it uses a few new techniques that we are going to learn today. We're going to start off with the opening section of this music and look at some of the finger number choices and to get a better understanding of how to move around on the piano keyboard. So the first phrase starts on the third beat of the first measure, and it's going to start on an A. It's two A's above middle C in the right hand, and you'll go back and forth between a fifth finger and a fourth finger like this, and hold that A for 3 beats, 1, 2, 3, and then walk down to a C sharp. And the C sharp is going to be on your second finger, and oftentimes it's, if possible, it's good to get to a black key with a digit other than the thumb. Sometimes we can use a thumb, but if we can use another finger like a second finger or a third finger, it just ergonomically works better for the hands. So we're just going to walk down. This is the third measure from G down to the C sharp and then back up to a D. So it goes like this. So that whole phrase goes like this. And then we have something similar in the fifth measure. Now, in the ninth measure, we're going to switch hands, play the left hand, and this time we will go down to the fifth finger on the C sharp right here. Later on in the book, we're going to learn a piece by Bach, also in D minor, called that's the D minor invention, and he uses that kind of a movement with the fifth finger on C sharp. We'll get to that in a little bit in our book. So back to the toccata and toccata, by the way, comes from the word to touch, and toccata pieces in piano are pieces where the touch on the piano is very much featured, and it's a kind of a showy piece or dramatic piece for the sonic qualities of the piano. So, or in this case, a pipe organ. So we've arranged this famous piece for easy piano from the pipe organ piece. So here we go. Measure 9. You'll have that oscillation back and forth between the A and the G, and then you'll walk down in measure 11 like that. Now, from measure 13 through 17, we're going to have a long diminished arpeggio, and this is a kind of diminished chords are the chords that have a kind of spooky quality. It's it's like the damsel in distress tied to the train tracks, if you're familiar with that old image, this kind of, or you can have this kind of, that's the sound of a diminished chord. It's very tense. And so what we're going to do in this technique from measure 13 through measure 17 is play 3, or at the end 4 notes in one hand, and then have the one hand hop over the other. So in measure 13, we'll play a C sharp, an E, and a G with the left hand, and then in measure 14, we're going to play the B flat, the C sharp, and the E with the right hand. And then while we're playing that right hand in the 14th measure, B flat, C sharp, E, we're going to position our left hand over the G in above middle C, and play after that G, B flat, C sharp. And while we're playing that left hand in measure 15, we're going to move our right hand under the left hand and position it to the E here, E, G, B flat, C sharp. So it's going to be an interesting kind of almost juggling act where the hands are going under or over one another, while let me say it this way, one hand will be moving while the other hand is playing, and sometimes the hand that is not playing will go over or it will go under the other hand. And it's good to practice this slowly, one measure at a time. So this is the whole figure, and I'll play it, then I'll break it down and play it slowly a few times. So here's the measure 13, left hand, right hand, left hand, okay, so you do that one more time so you can see. Left hand here, and I'll reset up my right hand. Okay, so have fun with that, practice it slowly, and it's actually a very enjoyable technique to use in piano. See you next time.